I'm Taylor Niven.
And I'm Daniel Shelley.
And you're watching
Talk of the Town.
Thanks for watching the season finale of Talk of the Town, your on-campus source for entertainment news.
Now, with 2013 coming to an end, it's been a good year for some of us, but it hasn't been a good year for some celebrities. And this week's gossip, Brittany Chapman and special guests take a page from The View to find out what they think celebrities' New Year's resolution should be.
After that, Ryan and Khadijah go over some video games of 2013 in High Score headquarters.
All that and more coming up live on season 15 of The View.
Hello and welcome to The View. I am Barbara Watkins. We have a lot in store for you for Hot Topics. I believe we're covering New Year's resolutions, right, Whoopi?
That's what they tell me.
Okay, so let's get down to it. Now, we know that a lot of our celebrities have been going through a lot this year, and perhaps they are too busy to think of New Year's resolutions. But that's okay because we have some right for them. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Miss Whoopi.
All right, guys, so we got some juicy hot topics for you today, so let's begin. Now, as you all know, today is our New Year's resolution episode. There are a lot of celebrities who need some help, but this show's only an hour, so they don't pay me enough to sit on my ass, so let's get it started.
Ooh.
Now, many of you are probably wondering who I picked and why. Well, it's none other than Miss Twerk Queen of America, Miss Miley Cyrus.
Ooh.
In order to be an avid twerker, I think first of all you need to get some butt. You either need to buy it or work on it. You know, I heard squats work, but in order for you to be twerking all over America, I think you need a little jiggle.
Another singer who needs to, step up would be Kanye West. Kanye West, he needs his own resolution. He's the new father, and he needs to start stepping up and being a better father. So, is she in my shot? So Color Purple over here got her own shot.
Hold up.
No, you got your own shot. You can talk. So I am Joy Behar. My name is Joy. I need to share my joy with my own shot.
I can have my
Oh
own
Lord.
shot.
Okay.
And that we are in front of a live audience.
So this year, who could forget about Kanye West? Let's go to something a little recent with Kanye West and his little tweet battle with Jimmy Kimmel. Apparently, Jimmy Kimmel said something, so Kanye West decided to go to Twitter, of course, and just feud with him and saying awful things, and definitely not something we need to be publicizing, especially because in the future, when your name can be Googled so easily, you don't want your daughter to go up and see that.
I think that Kanye is a lost cause. Kanye is lost, but Kim, she knows better than that.
Yes, she does.
So much from her. Look at how she came. Look how we got to meet her.
Moving away from Kanye, Amanda Bynes is a mess. She has had the worst year. Absolute mess. Have you seen her wigs? They are disgusting.
Have you seen her Twitter?
And I think that she needs to resolve to get off crack because obviously she's on drugs and her life is going down the toilet.
Well, what makes you think that Amanda Bynes could possibly be on drugs?
Well,
allegedly.
She was evicted from her Manhattan apartment on drug possession charges. So
Amanda Bynes. Okay, now I remember. Yes, very lovely girl. Child star, lovely girl.
Ain't lovely no more.
She was lovely. She's gone to court numerous times this year. She's been in so much trouble with the law. So she needs to resolve to get herself some treatment and hopefully move past this.
Now let's talk about Miss Rihanna and her good girl gone bad image and Chris Brown and his point of no return. Now the two superstars fell madly in love, literally, they fell madly in love. The Rihanna superstar, she got domestically beaten by Chris Brown and it was all over the news for a while, but they seemed to be working things out at one point this year, but then that backfired and now they're both going their separate ways. Rihanna's doing doing twerking videos. Chris Brown is smoking and he thinks he looks good without a shirt. I'm gonna just pause there. They seem to be doing well for themselves at one point, but just now they just seem like they're just going downhill, and I just don't understand why. So my resolution for them would be first to make up their minds. I mean, this on again, off again relationship, I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all are in the paparazzi and the news for a reason. Y'all don't think that y'all business is gonna be broadcasted on live television?
About Chris Brown, that while he was in rehab, he went to therapy with his mother. His mother said something that he didn't like. He got upset. He went outside. He grabbed something, went outside and threw it and ruined her car, just smashed the windows to pieces.
You know, he's going downhill. Nobody knows what's going on with him. His music is, you know, it's doing fairly well, but I mean, he's in this press for no reason.
I myself have a problem with just one celebrity in particular. Now, I have a few things to say about Lindsay Lohan, and I have kept quiet, but here we go. Let me just
I know
say.
you have a few things to say because you're always saying something, Barbara.
Well, let me just say this. I have known her for years since she was a child star, and she said whenever she was ready to do an interview that she would sit with me. Well, I have lost some money to Oprah Winfrey, who I feel is a holographic version of me.
You can't say that about Oprah.
It's Oprah.
I have been in this industry for a long time. I was first. But we digress. So I, with much expense, took a crew. We flew out to Los Angeles. I had done many interviews. I did one with Elizabeth Taylor, and so I know that Lindsay Lohan is working on a film called Liz and Dick. So I decided that I would interview Lindsay and ask her about the comparisons of her and Elizabeth Taylor's life. So we actually have a little footage, so let's take a look.
No, let me stop you right there. We don't need to see any footage that's showing a lot more you than it's showing Lindsay.
No. But I am just emphasizing that even in the video clip, she had a few problems. Your New Year's resolution should be that you should.
Let me stroke your ego, Barbara. We get it. Let me stroke your ego. We get it. You're mad. Lindsay canceled on you. She picked Oprah, probably because Oprah's better, but hey, who am I to judge? Let's just get on
I
with
was
it.
first. I wanted to say my resolution, but that is the point that I was trying to make. So, well, you know what? Let's just take a commercial break.
Khadijah, how close are we?
It's close, Sean. It's right there.
How much longer?
There could be booby traps.
Booby.
Shh. You guys hear that?
Run!
Oh God! Ah.
It's too late! Khadijah, where is this thing?
It's right there! It's beautiful.
It's glorious. PlayStation 4!
So in light of the PS4's debut, we're going to take a look back in time at the PlayStation's evolution from PS1 to PS4. The PlayStation 1 debuted in Japan on December 3rd, 1994. The 32-bit system was created and it competed against the likes of some of our favorite systems like Nintendo 64. So along came the PlayStation 2, which capitalized on the idea of the internet in 2000. The PlayStation 2 games were starting to look a little less pixelated and much more 3D and realistic. The significance about the PlayStation 2 is that it was one of the highest grossing consoles as it sold 155 million units. So after about 12 years of production, the PlayStation 2 decided to stop and discontinue with the PlayStation 2 and on to the PS3. The PS3 introduced Blu-ray disc, and it also introduced much more 3D graphics and into the world of realism. Also, gamers could play on the internet without having a subscription. So as internet addicts capitalized on the share button on Facebook, PlayStation decided to incorporate that into their PSP online gaming experience. With Gaika, it's an online streaming video game situation where players can stream their video game play live to their friends. There's also a PlayStation app which allows you to do the exact same thing plus more as far as sharing your video game content, and not only that, but you can play your PlayStation 4 games on the PSP and the PS Vita.
So don't get me wrong, we're really excited about the PlayStation 4 here, but unfortunately there are a couple of setbacks. First off, the online's not free anymore, you have to pay a monthly subscription. But by paying that, not only are you getting the online service, you're also becoming a PlayStation Plus member, which means you'll get discounts on downloads and even a couple of free games to download. The new PlayStation controller, the DualShock 4, is really interesting. It has a touchpad on it that lets you interface with the PS4 like a computer, and it works surprisingly well. I know we've been talking about the PlayStation 4 a lot, but the Xbox One also came out recently, and it's a really solid system too. Aside from the usual stuff like enhanced graphics and smooth gameplay, the Xbox One has voice recognition, so you can literally just say Xbox One TV, it'll switch to your TV, say Xbox One game, it'll switch to whatever game you were playing.
Let's talk about exclusives. One of the best exclusives that PlayStation is offering is infamous Second Son. It's an open world action adventure game, and I've always looked at the Infamous series from afar and like drooled about it. You're gonna be playing as Delson Rowe, this 20-year-old rebel who discovers his powers and fights the Department of Unified Protection. It's gonna be great. Another good exclusive is Killzone's Shadowfall. It's the 6th game in the series, and it's a sci-fi first-person shooter. It's supposedly more open-ended, has more possibilities. It's introducing stealth combat. It's gonna be great for people looking for that dark, gritty, war-like battle in a sci-fi world. Another PlayStation exclusive is Knack. You're gonna be playing as a 3-foot human, at least I think he's a human, who gets secret powers from this ancient relic, and he's gonna be fighting a goblin army. The good thing about this game is that it's a lot like Crash Bandicoot. The bad thing about this game is it's a lot like Crash Bandicoot. It's kind of old. And now the Xbox One exclusives. We have Halo 5, and we have Titanfall, where you pilot mechs, run on walls, and blow shit up. It's gonna be great. It's set on a war-ridden planet. It's a FPS multiplayer game. It's incredibly sci-fi. It's gonna be a great experience, and the graphics look amazing. And next we have Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising's back for its 3rd installment. This game takes place 10 years after Dead Rising 2, and you're gonna be playing as a young mechanic who's trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. This hasn't gotten old. A game that I'm really excited about is Quantum Break. It's a game where this time travel experiment goes wrong, giving the 3 main characters the ability to manipulate time. There's also gonna be a TV show called Quantum Break that goes along with the game, and the TV show impacts the game, and the game impacts the TV show. It's so cool.
We ranted.
We raved.
We gave you the best gaming exclusives and content.
And we bashed Halo a few times.
And now we think our time is up.
So we'll see you guys next season.
See you later.
Coming up, we have Casey and Kelsey's Creations and USC Lady Code. Welcome back to this episode of Talk of the Town.
In this week's Lady Code, we got the lowdown on some problems you may have faced this semester.
After that, Casey and Kelsey get in the holiday spirit with some festive crafts. What's up, ladies? We're here to talk about the dirty, ugly, and fantastic, always classy truth about life as a Gamecock. It's USC Lady Code. On this episode of Lady Code, they might be your best friend or a complete stranger, but you're going to end up hating them because they're your roommates.
You should never live with your friends, because if you live with your friends, you're going to notice something about your friend that you never knew before, like when you guys were in high school. But then once you move in together, they think, oh, let me borrow her makeup. She doesn't mind. She's never minded before. And then you're ready to kill her.
After that, you're using them for one thing and one thing only. We're talking friends with benefits. Friends with benefits is when you want physical pleasure from someone, but you don't have the emotional patience to be in a relationship.
So for the longest time when someone used the phrase friends with benefits, I took that very legitimately. I didn't know the actual meaning for it, so I thought it was actually like a friend with benefits. So I'm like, oh, you have this rich friend, she calls you up and she's like, hey, wanna go to the Justin Bieber concert? I have front row tickets, like I got one for you. No worries, like that's a friend, but with benefits, right?
Then turn off your cell phone and lock yourself in the library because we're pulling an all-nighter.
All right, well, first off, it's not gonna be like the all-nighters you pulled in high school. You're in college, when you decide to pull an all-nighter, you're either completely hammered or you're studying for exams.
I pulled an all-nighter last night. How perfect is this? You should ask before you use any of your roommates' food or like anything disposable. We generally are okay with you using, dishes and stuff because those can get clean. Like it's not a big deal. It's a dish. Don't use my favorite Iron Man cup. Don't do that, but you can use my plates.
I know you don't want to cause drama, you don't want to cause any problems, but you have to be able to talk to each other in order to work out your differences.
My second roommate, she is my wife. I literally have to call her every single day and tell her everything that's happened to me. And we come home and miss each other and eat dinner together and talk about anything and everything. And then we do the dishes and have a dance party because we're awesome.
Please, for the love of God, make sure they can pay their bills. You don't want to be the person who's stuck paying everything at the end of the month. If you have to, call their parents.
I feel like my roommates know way too much about me. They literally know every aspect of my personal life, so I can never do anything wrong to them because they can blackmail me more than anybody else on this planet.
Both of my roommates were at random. I contacted one before one moved in. The other one just moved in unexpectedly, but it's okay because everything worked out.
Sometimes if you bring a girl home, the next morning can be a little awkward. Say if your roommate kind of knows the girl, and maybe he's sitting on the couch waiting for you to come out. It's gonna be an awkward morning because you just met her last night. You probably don't remember her name, but he sure as hell does.
Friends with benefits is a very tricky situation. You need to, from the beginning, you need to establish whether you want to pursue something with this person or leave it strictly sexual.
He doesn't need to see you peeing. He doesn't need to see you showering or with no makeup. He does not need to see you eating. He just needs to see you as a beautiful robot, a sex robot, with absolutely no feelings at all.
Make sure that there are no other friends with benefits that he also has, okay? You don't want to be that girl that thinks you're the only one and you're not the only one.
It might just be time to pull the plug because you want to start dating somebody. The easiest way to do it, it's like a Band-Aid. Rip it off.
Don't get clingy.
If you're out with your friends with benefits and somebody kind of asks you, hey, is that your girlfriend? Never say yes. Never say yes, because in a girl's mind, they're gonna pretty much take it seriously, and things are gonna get really awkward the next time you see her because she's gonna literally ask you, so you told that guy I was your girlfriend? Should I tell my parents I'm your girlfriend? You don't want that shit. You don't want that conversation. It's awkward. Don't do it.
I had a friend who had a friend with benefits and they fought like all the time. And I always wondered, why are you fighting with them? I thought they had one purpose. Just don't do it. Just wait for your Prince Charming to come sweep you off your feet and take you to Burger King and a movie on a real date, which is what you actually want. You don't want a friend with benefits, okay? You want that Whopper in a movie, girl. You do. With a goodnight kiss, just eat some gum first, okay? Because Whopper breath is nasty.
People who stay up all night are insane. You can see it in their eyes.
If you're staying up all night to study for an exam, do not do it in your own apartment, house, dorm. Don't. If you stay at your place, you're going to sit at your own desk, and when you get tired, you're going to want to go lay in your bed and keep studying in bed. Next thing you know, you're asleep.
I can't get past 2 o'clock. My brain shuts down. My eyes, I can't even see anymore. The paper just turns into blobs of ink. I can't do it anymore.
Maybe we should treat academic all-nighters like we do college party all-nighters, and like go to Thomas Cooper dressed up in your stilettos and your dress like you're getting ready to go out to the club, but like get pumped to do homework, yo!
To make sure that you are not wearing comfy clothes. I know that sounds kind of strange, but you have to wear something that's slightly uncomfortable or something that you would never actually sleep in.
Sometimes when you have an all-nighter, your recovery day isn't gonna be your recovery day. It's gonna be your take the test and then stay up the next night to study for another test day. That happens, especially during finals week. When you're gonna pull an all-nighter, you need a few essentials. You need snacks, you need energy drinks or coffee, and don't tell your parents, but Adderall's probably gonna be your best friend too.
Hey there, I'm Casey.
And I'm Kelsey,
And this is Casey and Kelsey's Creations.
your Carolina resource for cooking and crafts.
In this episode, for the craft, we're going to show you how to take a mug. You're just going to write any design you want, and then just through baking it, it'll become permanent.
We'll also show you how to make a Santa Claus pancake.
Okay, so for the cooking.
In the spirit of the holidays, we are going to be making a Santa Claus pancake.
Alright, so I went ahead and I made the pancake before. So everything you're going to need is whipped cream, strawberries, and then something for the eyes, and we're going to use peanut M&Ms just because they're big and you can see them.
And because we already had them.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so the first things first, you take your whipped cream and you're going to fashion a beard.
Here, you do it.
Okay. So this part will, so you're going to want to take the whipped cream and you're going to make your beard. And then this will be around where his mustache is. Okay, and then, so we're gonna make the eyes, so we're just gonna take our peanut M&Ms, and we'll go right around here. Okay. Alright, Santa Claus is gonna have some blue pupils. And then, you take your strawberries. Your strawberries are gonna go along the top, and they'll make your hat. Keep stacking them in.
We'll make it go that way. There, this.
Okay.
And then add on.
Then the palm. in there. And then you can always just like use anything you want as a mouth. You can really get the idea of the mouth. Or you can always do a little more for the trim of the hat. And then Santa Claus pancake.
Okay. And for the craft?
All right, you take a mug, and you're gonna take a Sharpie, and we're gonna show you how to make a permanent mark onto any mug or even a plate. So we're each gonna do our own little design that just use a Sharpie marker because it'll make it permanent.
And then afterwards you bake it in the oven for 30 minutes to set the design.
Yes. So you can just go ahead and first, and she's gonna write something, and I'm gonna draw something.
This is our finished product of the mug. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Casey and Kelsey's Creations.
Make sure to follow SGTV and Talk of the Town on Twitter, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching Season 10 of Talk of the Town.
Not only is this the season finale, but it's also Taylor's last episode.
It's been a blast hosting Talk of the Town for you for the past few seasons, and I hope you continue to watch next season.
Tune in next semester to find out who my new co-host is.